what's up everyone? Welcome back to T's Time of TJ. Thank you for tuning in. Today we're going to get situated with getting our butcher block countertops mounted up top right here for our sink area and for our stove area. Since we have our paint down, I need to get the countertops in so that way I have more room to actually paint the cabinet doors. We have doors there and there, and my thought process is the more surface area we have, like countertop wise, I could lay them out and paint the back sides and then get them mounted and then paint the front of the cabinets. So that's what the game plan is. What I'm thinking in my head should make sense, hopefully. So we'll have surface area on the countertops, both over there and over there, and then also using like the bench right here, and this comes out. So I don't think I'm gonna probably pull that out, but if I could just kind of get all the cabinets just lined going straight across, that would be ideal, and we could get that situated. The butcher blocks, the countertops are in storage, so we're gonna go over there. We're gonna grab those, get them mounted. And if you missed the video where I was cutting them and getting them prepped, click the link up top right here. Check that out if you want to, and then come back or get caught up to this point. But like all that stuff is done. It's already prepped. It's already seasoned. It's already cut. So all I have to do is grab them, throw them on, and then just screw them. And I did do a bunch of pocket holes, so I have something to mount the countertops into. And I did grab masking tape just because masking tape right here. I got the thickest mil spec that they had, just for the simple fact that like the countertops, they are seasoned. It's like an oil-based seasoned. So I just don't want them to bleed into like the cabinets themselves. So I plan on putting like a strip on top going across like all these, just so it doesn't, hopefully it doesn't absorb through the cabinets themselves. So that's the thought process with that. So we're gonna get that laid down, countertops in, and it's starting to come together. We got some color, got some countertops coming in. That falls into place. Everything's situated for the stove. We got the stub out for that all situated. I still need to do a pressure test. I have some fittings coming where I'm going to do a pressure test from the inside and just using a bike valve. That's how I'm going to check for leaks. That should be easier. But I still need to get the propane tank filled itself. And then our sink will be here, and the stub outs also are back there for that to get connected to. And I do actually, I think I probably have one more hole I need to drill, and that hole is probably for the kitchen counter faucet hole. But like the actual sink hole is already cut. So that's like one additional hole that I have to cut. I think that might be all the holes I have to cut for this whole project. I think so, which is a good thing. But enough chatting, enough yapping. Let me go get the countertops and let's get this stuff going. All right, so we made it back to storage. I went ahead and I taped off the edges of the cabinet just to make sure that the oil on the countertops doesn't, like, I don't know, absorb into the wood. Hopefully that should help. Hopefully I'll do something. And we have the same thing for this side also. I just have to dig them out. They're in that back corner over there. In there. So, yeah. So, just have to dig it out. We're going to get that going. I'm going to make some, I don't know, make some room or just shuffle stuff out of my way. So I get that stuff in, and we'll get everything set in place. And this is all the masking tape. I went ahead and I took off all except missed a couple spots. The masking tape that's around all the face frames. This was just so it didn't get on the wall, and it is water-based, so I could go through probably with some alcohol or something if I wanted to clean up edges. Like I missed a spot like right here. So I could just clean that up after. That's not a problem. But I just wanted to kind of avoid like big spots and stuff like that. But I'm gonna get those countertops out. We're gonna get those mounted, or at least in place, semi-mounted, because this area right here, I have to drill a hole for the sink faucet. And I don't know if I want to actually drill that inside just because of dust and all that stuff. So if I could do that outside, that'd be a plus. But if not, we'll see. We'll see. But let me get that stuff dug out and we'll get them installed. right, so these are the counters right here. I have to trim this trim right here a little bit so that's way it could sit flush further back against the wall. We have a nice little gap. This is supposed to sit even with this counter, and it does that. And we have our sink hole and our sink. I'm not too sure if I want to put the faucet here. Well, I can't put it there because there's something in the way, like down in there. But the sink head should go somewhere, or the faucet should go somewhere like right here. And then we just have to connect to those stub outs right there. Sink drops right in. And yeah. All right, and for these faucets, the Glacier Bay, they have these like quick push, so you don't have to screw it all the way down. If you just push it up, it'll get like close enough, and then you could just screw it tight. So that's the same with the soap dispenser also. And if you haven't found out, I got the stove. It's in. This stuff is not hooked up. I'm just getting the countertops to like mount it in place. I do need more screws. I'm using like 1-inch screws to mount it down, so I do need more screws. I don't have enough. But like for just so they stay in place, they're good enough how they are right now. Then I could just go and do all like my plumbing and stuff for both the propane and for the water. But for the propane, it looks like I did the hole for the outlet in the wrong spot, so I'm gonna just drill another hole and feed that through. And that's going to be done before I actually mount the countertops to the wall. I'm going to do that on the back side through there. On this side and that side, and then right here I'm just going to put some screws straight through the wall. There's some 2x4s that run along to bite into those. I do need longer ones. I probably need like a good 3-inch long screws for that part, but like the countertops, they're not going to go anywhere. And for the stove, I still have to like mount them on the sides. There's like the little holes. You lift this top and there's screw holes just so that it doesn't slide around. But right now I'm just going to get this finished, tightened up, and then we'll have the countertops will be situated. So I just have to finish like plumbing stuff. But like that's pretty simple. If you saw when I did like the shower, or actually I'll probably do another video once I have like everything connected, like for our gas and for our water, just like a quick little update or something like that. But I just want to get everything mounted and placed now to make life easier for me, so I just have to hook stuff up. And then for the water, actually I'll probably be able to get the water, the faucet hooked up now-ish. We'll see how it goes. But this is what I'm doing. We're getting it done. This will just make life easier, and like this is like the hard stuff. Everything else is easy after that. It's just more painting for the cabinet doors, which I don't think I'm going to record, just so you saw me paint like the face frames of all the cabinets. It's going to be like the same process, but it's just the front and back. So I plan on doing like the back first, and like I've said it before, how I plan on doing that. And I'm just doing this so I have like surface area where I could use for like a work desk or a workbench. So that's where we're at. I'm gonna get this stuff tightened down, throw this on, so that's fixed. The counters, they're on there, like they're not going anywhere. Like I don't even need to probably add any more screws if I don't want to, but just because I have like pocket holes drilled, I'm gonna use them. And it's the same for like this. They're not going anywhere, and we have a nice little fit. Everything fits nice and tidy, like on both sides. So I'm pleased with that. That was like the main concern. That's why I put the stove in here also before I screwed them down. I just wanted to make sure that that was set flush, because the tape measure, I was throwing it off a little bit. So I was like, the best bet would just put the stove in place, and it worked out nice. And then I just tightened the countertop while I had everything where I wanted to actually live for like final destination live. So that's where that is. Let me get this on there, get this tight, and we'll see where I keep on going if I want to connect or whatever. But yeah.
All right, and then you just take the quick connect right here, and it says you just push and then pull down, make sure that that's firm. And then right here on the black holes, there's a weight. That's how you get the head to kind of retract back up. So what you do, it comes with these black little clips right here that goes on there, and then the weight will sit on that. So where the weight says weight here, it says up. So make sure that's up. Place that right there on your hose that says up, and then just slide your weight. So you got that on the right side, the wide side. The larger diameter opening goes on the bottom. So like so. And then when the weight's on, you pull down and it'll pull itself back up. So that's how that works. And then your spray. So that's cool. And then right now for these connectors, right here, I have to go find my shark bite. So let me go find the adapters that I have, and we'll actually get these connected onto there, and then the water will be hooked up completely. So oh, except for the drain, I still have to hook that up, so we can't forget about that. Hey, it's gonna have to get a little noisy, but all right, so the stove is in. It hasn't been leak test. I haven't tested the gas lines. This is in. I'm looking for my shark bite fittings now, the adapter pieces, so we could get those the faucet, or I can't speak today. We're gonna get the faucet hooked up with the shutoffs. They're shark bite adapter shutoffs. So I just have to find those. I have them. I just don't know where I put them. These are the fittings that I have. I have a 1/2 inch shark bite going to 3/8 outer diameter. For the end of these holes right here that go to our sink, our faucet, that go to our faucet. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to attach these to our hoses right here, and then just have something to catch the water that will come out of that, just to try to make it as quick as possible. So if you already have these tightened, all you have to do is remove those caps. If you do have caps, the little stubs, take those off and then push it on, and try to lose as least amount of water as possible, or at least catch as much water as possible. You don't want moisture and water in there. So I'm gonna put a little bucket in there after I get everything tight. Well, everything tight on the hose ends anyway. Get those tight, get a bucket to try to catch those, and we're gonna do a one side at a time, and then just try to push them on as quick as possible. So they're already set, ready to go, already shaved. They've already been leak tested to that point anyway, so those hoses back there are fine. We just have to make sure these are tight, and there is a rubber little gasket in there, so just be mindful of that. Make sure that's still in there. And we take these, All right, so I'm gonna turn it on. We're gonna check for leaks to see if those leak. Hopefully they don't. And then I just have a bucket here just to catch the water as it comes out, because I have yet to run the drain. The drain is gonna go to that PVC pipe right there. It's gonna go from here. It's gonna be like a little elbow U, and then swoop over there to connect to that, and that'll be the drain. And then the water will be completely done, 100% done. So let me just check for leaks. 100% minus. Still got to figure out filtration. Just waiting to do that until I decide if I'm going to sanitize like the tanks and the lines with like bleach and stuff before I put in the filter. Because if I put the filter in and do that, then I need a new filter. So I'd rather just hold off on the filter and just make sure it leaks and everything is good first, and then the filter will go in. But let's check this. I got to plug in the sea level, turn the water pump on, and we shall see. And I need to actually mount this thing permanently. So plugging it in and unplugging it. So no leaks there. You probably heard the water pump going. Cool. All right, so all the water is done for actually just running water, not the drain. The drain is just that piece, but no leaks. All the pump was running. It was just getting all like that air out of like that hot side. So once the air got out, the pressure did increase. So I am good with that. Pump is on right now, and you don't hear it running. Like if you heard it running, that's it trying to fill, and there's like a leak or like an air bubble in there. So that's good. No noise from the motor. So that's a plus. Yeah, we have that in. That works. We have our stove. It's in. I still have to do a leak test to make sure we don't have any gas leaks. I went ahead and put the exhaust fan back in. I just have to do some duct work on the outside, just pretty much just doing duct tape to make sure that gasket is tight and that it actually blows all the way outside. So we're good. So I can say bada boom, bada bing. It's in, it's installed, the countertops are in. We have our stove mounted, we have our sink in and mounted. That's like the hard part. Next things to come, I still have to do the cabinet doors, but we'll figure that out. Yeah, and they need propane. So once we get like the propane, we actually have water. The essential stuff is done, the shower, bathroom stuff. We could probably call it on the project. The project that never ends. Most projects don't. There's always something. But until next Wednesday, or if I'm saying until next Wednesday, or until the next video, keep pushing even when you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. Eventually you keep going and get going and going and going. It'll get brighter and brighter. So keep pushing. Peace. TJ.